Formula One has seen a ton of rivalries over the years. But let's be real, nothing. Using the slope of Suzuka's start-finish straight cleverly, he managed to get his MP44 rolling again, starting from the 14th position while Prost led the pack. Alain must have been in disbelief when, after just 25 laps, he caught sight of Senna's bright yellow helmet in his rearview mirror. Senna had fought his way back to second place. Then, on lap 28, the unthinkable happened. Ayrton fearlessly maneuvered past Prost down the straight, grabbing the lead. He went on to secure his first ever driver's title, with one race still left in Australia. It was unreal to watch on the track, and what came next solidified their feud forever. For this, you'll have to turn the clock back to Imola in 1989. It's the San Marino Grand Prix, and tensions are running high between racing legends Senna and Prost. That's because at the previous Rio race, Senna's nose cone got a little too cozy with the asphalt in a first-lap crash, leaving him scrambling for a plan. So he and Prost cooked up a scheme for the San Marino GP. No racing each other until they cleared Turn 3, Tosa. Alain agreed, and when the green light flashed, Senna shot off the grid like a rocket. But here's why things got weird. The race got halted and restarted due to Gerhard Berger's fiery mishap at Tamburello. This time, Prost got the jump, but Senna had other ideas. He pulled off a daring move, diving into Tosa to reclaim the lead and held onto it until the checkered flag waved. Alain wasn't too pleased about being outmaneuvered and even threatened to call it quits, sending McLaren's Ron Dennis into panic mode. And guess what? Prost couldn't keep this a secret and revealed everything to a journalist, stirring up a storm of headlines. Senna fired back, and just like that, McLaren went from a simmering pot to a full-blown battlefield. And so, one of the greatest rivalries in Formula One was in full swing. The events at Imola set the stage for the intense drama at the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka. It was clear that tensions between the two were still present and was soon about to reach its climax. Alain and Senna, both gunning for the championship, found themselves in a tense battle. As they approached the final chicane, they collided, crossed the finish line first. But the joy was short-lived as race stewards disqualified him, handing the championship to Prost. This decision stirred up a storm of controversy, making their relationship go from bad to worse. And then in 1990, in the same circuit, the rivalry reached its peak. This time around, things had changed. Senna was leading the championship with Prost, now with Ferrari, desperate for a win to keep his title hopes alive. But there was a twist. Senna, starting from pole position, wasn't happy with his starting position on the less grippy side of the track. He made a vow that if Prost, starting right behind him, managed to get ahead into the first corner, he wouldn't let him pass easily. True to his word, when Alain surged ahead, Senna refused to give. Sheesh. While harsh, you can totally see where Ayrton was coming from, considering the prospect of another season with the less competitive McLaren MP48, while Prost headed to Williams with Renault power. And all of it culminated in their final race in Adelaide in 1993. This was coming full circle. Prost had already secured his fourth title, cruising to victory in most races, while Senna's brilliance still shone through with 5 wins, despite his car's limitations prior in Portugal. Standing together on the podium for the last time, Senna was victorious and Prost was in second place. The bitterness between them seemed to fade away. They exchanged handshakes, with Ayrton even pulling Prost up to the top step with him before they celebrated together, spraying champagne in a rare moment of camaraderie. Sure, Prost had suggested a public truce in Japan before the race, only to be rebuffed by Senna. But let's not spoil a good